It's a podcast, it's a video, and more.
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of
We grown.
Question mark.
I'm your host, Sean.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Moya.
And first things first, what had you feeling grown?
Should I start? Let me
If you
start.
want.
So this morning, I fell down the steps. It was very embarrassing.
Girl, like all your steps?
Okay, so
Enough.
in the mornings I get up and I put this on. This is the over my pajamas, and I put on my slippers and I go down to make the kids lunch for school. And so trying to be like productive and have my stuff together, I grab my work phone, my iPad, like all the things I need for work. And I'm trying to go down the steps. And I had woke up a little bit later than I was supposed to. So I'm like trying to just hurry up. And here I go slipping down. I probably made it down two and then I slipped down like five of them. And then I got up and I'm like, because I didn't even try to catch myself because I was very confused as to why I was falling. Like, I don't understand. Over here, like, I'm really falling. What is this? I don't know the last time I have fallen down no daggone steps. So then I get up because my husband is getting ready and he doesn't come check on me because I laid there for a second, like, is he gonna say, "Are you okay?" Because I know he heard that.
Right.
And then I get up and then as I'm continuing down the steps, everything else falls out my hand. Like, I think I still had my phone in my hand. So my iPad fell the first time, my work phone fell, and I still had my personal phone in my hand. But when I got up to finish going down the steps, my regular phone fell, and then he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm okay." Like,
Not after you all folded up in a pretzel at the bottom of the
bruh.
stairs.
So yeah, it was embarrassing. But he didn't even know I fell down the steps until when I called him at lunch to be like, "Yeah, earlier when I said I was okay, I had fallen down the steps." He's like, "I
That's
figured you did something, but you said you were okay." I was like, I mean, I wasn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It was just like, why am I falling? Like, this is
Bruh.
crazy. And I got to use the handrails. I can't apparently walk down the steps without holding on.
okay, Grandma.
Right.
It's
The kids
crazy.
that grew up watching the "Help! I fallen, I can't get up"
Right.
are now the people falling down the steps.
I mean, but she didn't throw her daggone only thing to save her. Her
Yeah,
phone.
And now I see why they had life alert. You had that
yeah,
thing around your neck since you
You
threw
like,
everything else out your hand.
crazy.
not. And then you had your little moo on. Probably looking like Scarlett takes a tumble.
Bruh, it's crazy. But I'm all right. I'm okay. I am
I'm
okay.
glad you're okay.
Until tomorrow when you feel it.
Yeah, also that. I was gonna say
I
you
Uh-huh.
gotta
better
give it till
not.
tomorrow.
I better not.
Yeah, we'll check in tomorrow because when you get that bruise on that booty butt.
No, I think I'm gonna be all right. I'm not that old.
Girl,
Hopefully.
bruises happen anytime.
Hopefully. Hopefully. You know, kids fall down the steps all the time. They be all right. I
They be
think I'm
bruised
still
too.
closer to that side of life.
Okay.
You still closer to the kids side of life?
Yes, I haven't reached middle age yet. Not
You
quite.
closer to middle age than you are to
Yeah,
children
I'm
or
saying
childhood.
middle age would be when I'm getting to that I'm too old to do all the things. So right now I'm still on the childhood side of the line.
Girl, you're close to 40.
I'm not close to 40. That's
You're closer
crazy.
to you're closer to 40 than you are to 20.
That's crazy.
LOL at the realization.
Ain't no realization,
She said,
but it's fine.
No rebuttal.
she's
It's
like,
fine.
dang, that's crazy. That's wild.
Bruh. That is actually wild though. But
Well, he's
yeah,
not
I'm
that
glad you're
old though,
okay.
so it's okay. We established
Mm-hmm.
that last time, so on
Who
our
did it?
last episode.
Was it the last one? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Jess, you got one or you want me to go?
Yeah, being sick and getting sick from your kid while also having to take care of your sick kid while you sick.
Can you, okay,
What the hell?
when you say yo kid, She meet her own kid.
I do. I do.
So I was like, dang, Kendall ain't get you sick.
I mean, my own child. That girl. I mean, it was inevitable. Like, she has not been sick since she's been born, which, praise God. But, I mean, we knew at some point she was going to have to catch a cold or something. So we had her all out and about when, we were in Tennessee. So we come back
Yeah.
and she got a little cough. And I'm like, oh, it's just allergies. And then we're looking it up and it's like, babies don't get allergies until they're like 2 or 3. This might be something else. And so as the week progressed, like her cough started getting like a little worse. Like it started, being more of a productive cough with like more rustling and stuff. And her nose always runs. So we're just like, okay, let's, like once that cough got really bad at night, we were like, okay, yeah, we gotta take her in. So we took her and the guy's like, oh, she's fine. She just, she's on the tail end of a cold. And this was like Thursday. She was not on the tail end. She was at the very beginning because after that, it just got worse. Like, she got super stuffy. She was really fussy, really clingy. And my child does not like her nose touched. She does not like the nose Frida thing where you suck the boogers out and suck the snot out. Like, that thing is perfect, but she would not have it. So it's just like, I'm now starting to feel like some kind of way. Like, my throat is starting to feel weird. My nose gets stuffed. And for me, it's hard to sleep when I can't breathe through my nose because I'm not a mouth breather. And so if I'm breathing through my mouth at night, like it wakes me up because my mouth feels weird. So I'm just like, this just sucks all the way around because she's also waking up and she's waking up coughing and crying because she can't go to sleep. And then I'm waking up because I can't breathe. Hell, 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 hell. And my husband was working this weekend, so it was just like he'd be gone and it'd just be us two. But we figured it out. I ended up ordering like a little nebulizer to like help her with like getting the saline stuff in her nose. Um, because she wouldn't let me do like the saline spray in the nose, which I get because I did it too. And I'm like, yo, this does hurt. I'm sorry. Like, this is not fun. Why do people do saline in the nose? Why do people do medication up the nose? Why do people do other stuff up their nose? I don't know. It's uncomfortable. It hurts. So I was just like, okay, well, we'll switch to just doing the nebulizer. And I think that kind of helped. That, the humidifier. So there's really no medication you can give them when they're that young to help them with like
Yeah.
cold issues. And that's what the doctor was saying. He was like, she just got to ride it out. But she's on the tail end. I wish he'd never told us that. I wish he never told us she was on the tail end because I would have been more prepared for the weekend if had he not said that. But she's doing better now, and now my husband is feeling sick, so it's just making its way around.
That's how they
And
go.
yeah,
They are never
surviving off
fun.
of naps.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are never fun. We got like I don't know what it is, Highlands or something. They have like the little tablets, the little
Mhm.
baby dissolvable tablets. So it helps with like coughs, or we like those.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
I mean, because it's not any like medication stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know, not honey. I don't know what it is.
And that's the other thing.
It's a
He's like,
dissolvable tablet. Like,
yeah. So that's he
yeah,
was like, it would be great to give her honey, but you can't give her honey yet because she's not 2. And I'm like, bro, I know that, but why would you even bring that up?
right.
Is it two
But
or
you
is it one?
thought it was one.
I think it's over one.
Thought it was 2, but one of them, one of them.
Yeah, that's how it
She can't have
goes.
it now. That's the right.
Yeah, right. That's the fact right there. Like,
Yeah.
that sucks though. Yeah, colds and sicknesses, and then 9 months in, she was like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, that was her thing. She's like, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't sleep like this. I'm like, poor baby. I could tell she was frustrated because she just like, this is not my life. I don't sleep like this. I don't play like this. Yesterday she was more in a playful mood, so I'm like, okay, so you're feeling better.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that joint is never fun.
never.
They be so stuck to you too. Like, that's
Glue,
that part is nice, but sometimes when you
glue.
can like sometimes like it's nice in the beginning, and then it's like I gotta pee. Like, you gotta let me go.
The I think like the first two mornings I got up, I was just like, "You gonna sit on this floor while I pee?" Or I'd have her in the harness, and I'm like, "Well, we are going to the bathroom."
Oh, I remember harness days. Those were nice days. Giant baby. She
I
heavy.
got another one. I'm still trying. We'll see. I got the sling one.
The only
You
thing I got
sling it
now
on
is
your
like the
shoulder.
little hip one where you can put them on your hip. Like this is like a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. That's well, I got the sling one because I'm scared of the hip one because I feel like you still gotta hold them like this because otherwise they
That
could
don't be
just be
taking
like,
you
"Wow."
down. I mean, yes, yes. They gonna do that no matter what.
Also that
Look what I can do.
literally
For what?
kids are perpetually in their like
They're like,
intrusive thoughts,
right.
like just letting them win. Like, what would be crazy if I just
Like, let me test you.
you ready?
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel like I don't even know what had me feeling grown to use. I'm gonna just say them all. So me and my friend at work, we were talking about, and I brought this up before, but I don't know if it was on a podcast. Um, because it's not like I recently got one, but using like a retainer or whatever it's called, your mouth guard at night. Just a mouth guard, because I grind my teeth, so I have a
Oh,
mouth
okay.
guard. So I got the first one I got, like, they like, yeah, you should really buy this mouth guard. It's like $250. I was like, no. Like, I've seen sports mouth guards plenty of times, and I'm just gonna use that. So I went on Amazon and I got me my little mouth guard, and I stuck it in the hot water, and and yeah. So then it was matching my teeth, and I had to file it down because it was too tall. But then I was in there. I had that thing in my mouth at night. I'm living my best life. But then, like, when I woke up, my jaw was hurting so bad, like, for like a week. And I was like, y'all, like, I went back to the doctor, like, my jaw hurt. And they were like, well, you just chewing on it. Well, you said get a mouth guard. Like, what you mean? What I supposed to do with it? So I had to pay the 250 to get the hard mouth guard. And then I don't be chewing on it because the thing is hard. You'd be like, clank. I'm like, what? Why? Like, it's the worst, but it's fine. It's better now. But I know when I'm stressed because then I'll chew on it for real. So I'm just like, man. That's the first one. Well, my friend, he was saying that he got one. He was like, yeah, like I was asleep. He was like, and then I woke up. He's like, and I couldn't find my mouth guard. And I was like, what you mean you couldn't find it? He was like, well, I was looking for it. He was like, it was across the room. It's like,
I thought he
oh,
swallowed it.
no, but he like threw it when he was asleep. And I was
Ooh.
like, why are you throwing? How? Because I'm just as tight. And I was like, I'd be struggling to get this thing out when I'm awake. Like, I'd be yanking that junk, and it don't be it. So, very interesting. So, if you don't need a mouth guard, lucky for y'all, don't grind your teeth at night or during the day, because I do both, and it ain't fun. My second one, so I did my pantry. I know we were talking about that, so I'm gonna need an update from Moyo too, if there is an update.
Mm.
But
Yeah, yeah.
pantry, the cabinets, they in. So I got two cabinets on each side. I had to cut countertops and all, and I had to put the cabinets on the wall. So that was fun. I got these shelves in, so they look nice. I still have to seal the outside, but I'm getting there. But in the garage, oh, and then we redid Kendall's closet, which was nice. So it looks good. So we have wire racks now, just kind of like randomly stationed in the house. They're really just next to the beds. So yesterday I was like, John was like, we could use the wire racks in the garage. And I was like, yeah, that's a really great idea. So I start putting them up. I'm thinking I'm doing something. I got my little laser. Pew, 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 pew. I'm doing it. The whole time I put this one piece incorrectly. So it's supposed to go on the top uh wire. and I put it on the bottom wire, and the top wire just seems to make way more sense. But it was on the bottom. It's still level. Everything's good. Like it's holding. I'm putting bottles up there. I'm like, yeah, look at this junk. Like this is nice. Like it's looking real good. So then I went upstairs and I looked at one and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be on the top bar, not the bottom bar. So then John was like, all right. So I'm in the living. I mean, I go back in the garage. John's in here. So I try and move the thing to the top bar. Oh, them bottles started falling off. Doot, doot, doot. Like, and then like I'm just listening because like where I am in the garage, and I just hear John go up the stairs, and I was like, he ain't even covered the check.
I was like, let me pretend I wasn't here.
I was like, that me going that, but it was cool. It wasn't too bad. I fixed it.
That is funny. That man
Yeah.
was like, I'm out of here.
Like, I said I could have been laying on the garage floor, just like, bah. But I did have it, and it worked out. It was fine. So that's what had me feeling grown, doing grown up stuff and repurposing wire racks.
Hmm.
Well, one wire rack. I got other ones to do too, but
They all go in the garage, or where y'all putting the rest of them?
more in the garage. It's just because I mean, some stuff can just be on the top, like on the shelf. Like we have a lot of like weed killers and stuff, and I'm like, they just around on the floor, so they gonna go to the top too. Here you
Yeah,
go.
I think that's also safer too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And like 2 years ago, well, I have no clue. Like 2 years ago, this frog hopped into our garage. I ain't never seen that frog again. I mean, I know it was there. I know it was dead. I know it's dead.
You would have smelled him if he was dead.
I'm pretty sure that thing died, but I don't know where it died.
So you don't think it
Maybe
ever got out?
I don't think it ever came.
Mm, you gonna
But
find
it
out
could have
today.
went. It's been like 2 years now, and that thing is probably dust now.
Or something
I
else
felt.
came and ate it.
Don't say that. Um,
That's
that
I
makes
want
the
real
to.
life.
most sense.
I want to say that it got into like one of our bags of mulch, and then it just died there. And them mulches is out and about now.
Mm.
Yeah, let's go with that. That seemed
Whatever
to
you
make
gotta tell
sense.
yourself, friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is one with nature again.
Maybe.
Mm, okay.
Um, where do we want to go on to? Uh, 2 episodes ago, this is real random, and y'all, I'm like, I know y'all like, what in the world, where you going? 2 episodes ago, Jess and I gave Moyo a task.
We
We
did.
did.
We
That
did.
task was
We
not accomplished at all. First, the one lady I never saw again, and I did go drop the kids off, but I didn't see her. So at church. So there was that. Then the swimming lady, I don't know, it's just weird because we're just swimming. Like, I don't know, it's weird. There was no reason to talk. And normally we swim like this. Like we don't be swimming next to each other. We swim because if we're sharing a lane, we can't really like we pass each other going like this, you know? But I don't need no more friends. I don't even have time for friends. We did an activity at church this week, like listing out all the things you do in a day or in a week and how much time it takes. And I was way over the amount of hours that we have in a week. So I don't need no more friends. I do too much stuff already. I'm all right. I'm all right. And I didn't even list everything because I told them like a lot of stuff I multitask on. Do I still list it separate? And then he's like, yeah, list it. That way you can see how much you're doing. And goes back to what Stephanie was telling us last week is stop doing too much. So I need to start cutting things out, honestly. So yeah, no new friends. Moral of the story.
Was that the moral?
I don't think
That
it
is the
was,
moral of the
but
story. No new friends. We can't even
That was
like right now
funny.
we're having a hard time maintaining and keeping up with the friends we got. When was the last time we had a friend hangout? Exactly. Exactly.
Remarcus' birthday.
When was that? January. We're in April.
No, that was February.
Exactly.
Okay,
We had to
February. We're end of
reschedule.
April. And we had to reschedule. And before that, when was the last one? Like, we go months. 3, 4 months before we do anything.
in
So
person,
you want me to throw
like as a
somebody else in the loop?
fun thing.
Yeah, I'm talking about fun things. Like we talk on the phone well, some of us talk on the phone regularly, but not
Shade.
as not as a
I be at work. I'm sorry.
not as like a whole though is what I'm saying. Like as a whole of or even like just hanging out with each other. If it wasn't for the fact that we went on our trip together, we wouldn't have hung out then either. Like we would have had that whole week separate because we don't really talk when we're on separate trips. Like if somebody's on vacation, we don't talk to them. We just happen to be on vacation together. And we only talked to each other when we was out. Like once everybody separated, it was like, all right, bye. Like wasn't no real chilling and hanging out like that. Like everybody got families and responsibilities. And I'm not really trying to I don't have the energy for more people. I'm trying to cut out some people that already as is. As is. Like
Yikes.
Well,
Well, at
well,
least we
thank
made
you.
the cut.
Right. Well, thanks for that great update on your your task.
yeah. I thought about it. I did. It came to
when
mind.
y'all when y'all was passing each other in the lane, like,
Mhm. I also thought about saying something to the swim instructor because I was gonna be like, "Hey, is your sister so and so?" and make small talk, but I kept like he would literally be waiting for me to say something, and then I'd be like, "Bye." Like I just didn't want to start a conversation that I didn't feel like keeping up. Like it just wasn't in me. It was not in me to start it because he like there was one time it was weird. I don't know, he was a little off because I was like getting ready to get in the water and he like runs up to me and he's like, "Oh, my bad. I thought you were one of my kids." And I'm like, wait, wait, what? What are we talking about here? Your kids are 3 to 5. Ain't no way unless you wear glasses and you don't have them on right now. I'm confused. And so I was like, ha 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 ha. Okay.
splash.
Like it was really like it was a lot of weird encounters where it was like dead space where I could have been like, "Hey, I actually recognize you. Are you so and so?" But I just didn't because I was like, I don't actually want to have a conversation.
Recognize you. And he's just like, he doesn't know how to place it. So he's waiting for you to place it
He
for him because
could.
he doesn't want to be wrong.
He could. He very well could. Again, I no. I didn't want to talk. I'm just trying to be in and out, like do the kids class, give me my babies, let's go.
Moya and my husband are the two people I know that'd be like, dead space? All right, let it rock.
Exactly. We
I
don't
feel
need to
like
fill it.
somebody gonna say something.
You don't have to. Like that is it Geico? The commercial where they be at the gas station and they be like, they talk about how we're becoming our parents, how young people becoming their parents, and they be at a gas station and like, the bathroom code is so and so and so. Oh, that's why they call it dirt bikes, huh? And it was like he just keeps talking. I'm like, bro, shut up. You don't have to talk to him. And the other guy's just looking like, I'm just trying to pump my gas and get out of here. I don't want to talk to you.
That's funny because that reminds me when we were in Tennessee, like that was just how it is. Like people just start a conversation with you, and I enjoy it. I feel like it's also very much like the culture that I'm used to. Because even in like the area that I live in, like there's a lot of old people in the area I live in, and older Black people, and they'll just start a conversation with you, and I'm just like, okay. And so even when we were in Tennessee, like I remember I went to the bathroom to just wash my hands, and there's only one sink. And the white lady's like washing her hands. And she's like, nice weather we're having, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it's great weather. And she's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's nice to have a good change. I'm like, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I thought it was going to be a little colder, but it's
So
been
you're doing
nice.
a lot of talking. That's a
I
whole
do.
lot of
I be
talking.
enjoying it. I enjoy it.
I'd have been
I
like,
enjoy it.
and then looked at you like, are you done?
Bruh.
Are you done washing your hands or what?
You just never know what happens. Like there another time I was in the waiting room for an eye doctor appointment. And this lady just starts up a conversation with me. She's like, what did she say? somehow she was like, oh, she started out like, who did you vote for? And I hope you voted for the right person. And I was like, ooh. And so I told her, I was like, yeah, I voted for the right person. She was like, good. And then she goes into her whole life story of how she ran away from home when she was 16. And then she came up here. She ran away from home from North Carolina. She came up here. She got a job doing little stuff. And then she got into the government. And now she's retired. And she told me her whole life story. And she a pastor. I'm just like, okay, yeah. Like it was a lot. It was a lot for a waiting room.
And like, not, bro, that's
Like Toby, her son got sick and she had to take another night job and did FMLA and then got paid so well at her night job that they like ended up like hiring her to do something else. So she was doing two jobs once he was better. I'm just like, okay, girl.
that's a lot. But I
Okay.
will say, I have one of those, I think I have one of those faces where people talk to. Because people are always
Maybe that's
talking to
me.
me. Because I stay like, even if I don't want to talk, people just be rapping, and I'd be like, "Well, guess I'm here to talk." Did I tell y'all when I did the volunteering thing? I was on the news.
Yes. Yes,
I
So
missed
yeah, you
that
did.
call. I don't think I was on there.
I'll send y'all the video. But I was on the news for the volunteering thing. So they were interview like I got an interview. They followed me around and all that stuff. But when we were there, yeah, I remember I did tell you just because I told you, but when I was trying to take the picture, and then the girl got in front of me. So like I'm standing there, and then this girl, she's like, they're like, all right, we need to like get in for the picture. And she like looks back at me, and then she goes and stands in front of me. And I was like, why? And then the camera person was like, um, Sean, we can't see you. I was like, yeah, because you just got in front of me. Like, why? So then I had to go, I leave out and I go to the other side, to the corner. So I'm just like standing there, cheese. And they take the picture. And then the lady in front of me, she turned, I mean, she's an older lady. And she's like, what you doing behind me? You doing something you ain't supposed to be doing? And I was like, I'm just trying to take the picture. And then she goes in and she telling me her life story about how she worked for the post office or she worked for FedEx and she going to school at UMGC now for she's trying to get her master's in
Mhm.
education, and she's taking this long distance class on like how to do long distance learning, and I'm just there like I don't
Mhm.
care. I don't care at all. Like,
Mhm.
you just went from accusing me of standing behind you doing whatever to now you telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know how to respond. Like, wow.
I feel like people talk to me too, but that doesn't mean I like it. So that's that, like I don't. I just be there. Like, okay, yeah, Like I'm not asking no follow-up questions, but you keep going. You just
Mhm.
not ending the conversation.
Mhm.
But it's fine.
Mhm. Oh man, that happened again when I went to our favorite spot by AutoZone.
Oh.
And this old man come up in there and I'm waiting to pick up my order and he's like, you Chinese? I'm like, no. He's like, you got some Asian in you. You got some Asian in you. I know it. I'm like, I hear it a lot, but pretty sure I don't. He's like, you need to get tested. You need to get tested because I'm telling you, you got some Asian in you. It's the eyes. It's the eyes. And he just kept staring. Literally, I sit down at the table and he stands at the end of the table and he's just staring at me. And so I'm on my phone like this.
I can't even have my eyes.
He's like, you gotta get tested because I know you got some Asian in you. You got beautiful eyes. I'm like, okay,
You should
thank you,
just make
sir.
something up one day. Just be like, actually, I am Asian fully. Like, like, like one day I just got real dark and I don't know what happened.
I should do that. I
Like,
should do that. That used to be my thing when we would go out. I'd be like, I'm gonna be a new person tonight. Somebody gonna ask me about myself, and I'm gonna be a new person. And I would also try out accents, but that never went well because
it
we would be
didn't?
drinking. Because we would be drinking.
Oh, because I done heard some accent.
Mm.
Oh, oh, good. I forgot what's next. Kids Corner.
We could do kids corner next.
Yeah, we can do that. I have an update for Kids Corner.
Oh, I got one too.
Yeah, my child, apparently she enjoys the pool. Well, let me not say that. Let
Oh
me not say that.
yes.
I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it by saying she enjoys. That is pushing it to say she enjoys. She tolerates the pool. She doesn't dislike it. She doesn't hate it, but she doesn't love it.
She had a good
She
time.
tolerates it.
She don't love a lot of things, so she only love her mama. That's it.
And
Like
food. And food.
I
Bring her own
guess,
too.
yeah, food. But the pool, she was chilling. She had them looking like they were straight up liars at the pool.
She really
Like
did.
this the baby y'all said don't like water touching her because she seemed fine. And she just looking
Laid back.
around, looking. And then at one point she had her hands in the water. I was like, what happened to the because they kept saying she do like this. I'm like, she didn't do that. She had her hands fully submerged.
What y'all didn't see was as soon as we got back to bathe her, she lost her mind in her bathtub. She
Maybe it's
she don't
warm
like
water or
baths.
something. That's weird.
I
She
think the
lost
pool
her
was
mind with that
warm.
bath.
I can't. It might just be. I think feel like it's her being in there by herself. She was
I
having a
think
good
that's
time
part
with
of it.
everybody. She's like, this is normal. Everybody's doing it, so I'm gonna do it. Maybe she's like, she just likes the company.
I think that's part of it, yeah. She was gripping for dear life. She was like, which I don't mind. I mean, she does that in general, but the longer we were in, she kind of loosened up a little bit and let us like
Yeah, but don't drop
get
it.
her deeper in the water. But yeah, she definitely was like, "What you're not about to do is let go of me."
Yeah,
But
we'll see how her swim
shock,
classes go.
shocker. Yeah, which start what next week?
Okay. Yeah,
I
she will have to
think
let
next
us
week.
know.
Yeah, so I'll
Next
keep
week's
y'all updated.
May.
So maybe that's what I need to start doing. Saying she hates stuff, and then maybe she'll actually.
Just start liking it, I guess so.
Mhm.
She'll only like it in front of other people, though.
That's how it goes.
Mhm.
They always got to prove you a liar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We went to the park down I mean, we have a park in our neighborhood. So we went there and I'm like, Kendall gotta learn. She gotta be independent, strong, independent black woman. Like, look at her. So I'm like, climb these stairs. You got this. But this first stair is dumb high. Like, I don't know what. Like, so Kendall like, I got it. I got it. So she made it up. I was so happy. And then she went right down on her face on the stair. And I was like, girl, like, you made it. And she was so sad. And I was like, it's okay. So then she like walks up the rest of the stairs. So she sits down. And then she goes down the slide. And she's like, we. So she goes down and then she gets like off the slide, puts her feet down, and then face first right there. I was like, oh, my baby. And then she got a little cut. I was like, oh. So
Poor baby.
I know. And then she was like, I won't do it no more. I
I know
hate
that's
this.
right.
But we went back and
Uh,
she was much better. And she's been able to go up and down the slide. So I'm like, okay, look at you learning.
I know that's right. You better master it.
Yeah, because they were like at daycare, she was trying to do because they have like a little playground there, and they were like, "Well, she made it up and didn't know what to do," and I was like, "We gotta go to the park. We're gonna go to the park and we're gonna learn to slide." And now she knows to slide ish, somewhat. She did trip on the slide and then like go down face first, but I was like, I like caught her and was like bringing her down.
This guy.
My God.
I mean, the slide isn't tall. I'm taller than the slide.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was fine. She didn't sit down all the way.
Mm.
She was like, "Yeah, let's go." But she learned. Now she leans back.
Really got to teach kids everything,
You
man.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Kids corner. So my son has been crying for like dumb stuff, like dumb stuff. And my kids are not like criers like that. So it's throwing me because I don't do crying. Like we just don't do that here. Especially if you don't have a good reason. So this morning he had a decent reason. He had a decent reason. He's like he didn't want to wake up. and he's still sleepy. So I say, okay, then sleep. I'll take your sister to school and we'll just leave you here. Then he busts out crying and he's like, and I'm like, I thought you want to stay and sleep. And he's like, no, don't leave me. I'm like, okay, then get up. And then he gets up and he does all the stuff he has to do. But I'm like, you had this whole tantrum and crying fit when you could have just got up in the first place. Because I asked you, do you want to go to school? You said no. So I let you have it. And then you start crying. Like, I don't know what to do. If I try to force you to do it, you gonna cry. If I don't force you to do it, you gonna cry. Like, what do you want me to do? So we're trying to figure out. And then if you ask him, because there's times where he'll cry about something, and his sister will be like, "It's not that serious. Why are you crying?" And then he'll be like, "I don't know, boy. If you don't know, we don't know. Like, we can't help you if you don't even know." So
I don't know.
yes,
He
I
got
don't
big
know.
feelings. He got big feelings.
All the big failings.
I I I'm not built for that. I'm not. Thankfully, it ends quickly. It's just that why are you crying in the first place? I need you to think through what's happening. If you can explain and tell me, then I'll be like, okay, we'll cry. Because that's a lot of times I'll be like, I mean, if you have a reason, go ahead. But if you don't have a reason, let's cut this out and let's move on with our lives.
Yeah,
Because why are we crying? But
Mm.
yeah, that's my kids' corner. I never thought I would have crying kids, but here we are. And then what is he, 4? You waited till you was 4 to decide you want to start crying. But
Last, oh,
what happened?
did y'all see that message?
no.
My thing said we had to stop recording because there was a change in your audio device.
I didn't see that.
No, my
Now
recording
you
restarted.
see you were on 90%, 99% upload, and now you're on 81.
It looks fine to me.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Yeah, I think it just you might have two tracks for mine then. Maybe that's gonna be it.
No, we always have two tracks for you.
Okay.
It's not like
Okay.
one day you had three. I was like, why you got all the colors?
Dang. I wonder if it's the mute.
Auto
No,
mute, like from your headset.
So like I'll mute if I'm like about to well, minus that last cough. If I have to cough or if I'm like drinking or something, like I'll sometimes mute. But I don't know.
but you don't have to. I mean, because I can also there's a like an option where you can like if you're not the main speaker, it'll mute you.
You mean for the edit part of
Mhm.
it?
Yeah, so like if I was talking and your vacuum cleaner was going, it would just mute it.
Interesting. Pretty cool platform.
Yeah, not bad.
A little, a little aside for a moment, because you were asking about the update on my bathroom. It's not done. It's not done. And hopefully on our, like I said that the last time, I feel like I said that the last time, but because he just sent me an email talking about tomorrow we plan on coming to start demolition because they got to redo everything. Everything has to be redone because
Not
it's
everything.
wrong. It's wrong. Like if you okay, originally we thought it was just the shower that needed to be fixed. He sent 3 different people to our house to come fix the shower. And they looked at it and they were like, no, 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 not just the shower. All of this needs to be fixed. And with
All of
each
them?
person, the first person was like, at least this needs to be fixed. The second person was like, no, the waterproofing is not right. And this is also not right. And this is also not right. The third person said, from here all the way to there needs to be redone. Like with each added person, something new was like, no, actually, on top of that, you should actually change this and this and this and this. Like the whole floor just needs to be redone. So everything needs to come up and out, and the floor needs to be leveled and redone correctly. And so he originally was like, well, I don't think that, because my husband had said from jump, like when it first got completed, my husband was like, this floor is sloped weird, and our floor was not sloped before, so where do we get a slope from? But we're thinking, like, because we had that jacuzzi tub, we may not have seen how the floor was really laid out on the other side, like where that jacuzzi was. So I was like, maybe it's because of that. but even still, you should level it so that the floor is level. But I'm like, that's not a huge concern. As long as all this stuff is waterproof correctly, it shouldn't matter. But where the tub is, I mean, where the shower is, I'm like, why is that sloped? We had a shower there before, and we had a toilet there before, and everything was leveled. So why is this sloped in the wrong direction? Because it's sloped away from the drain. Like, I'm not understanding what logic y'all are using. The drain is over here, and you sloped it like to the back, and the drain is in the front. If you were gonna slope it, at least it would make sense to slope it towards the drain. And so the one guy was like, "Yeah, the way they should have done their tiling is to aim towards the drain." And he was like, even if you don't make a flat surface, your slope should be towards the drain. I was like, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not a I'm not in construction, but I could tell you that. Like I could tell you that much.
Right.
And so we went back and forth with him because he had the people come take up the shower, and those other people that were coming to look were just supposed to come redo the shower tile to make it slope correctly. But as they were coming, they were like, no, this is a bigger issue. He told me I was just coming to do this, and I don't want to touch this, and then it'd be my work. And you'd
Hmm.
be like, oh, well, this person came and did the shower, and now my whole floor done caved in. Like, they're like, no, you need to get everything redone correctly. So, yeah, now supposedly this work is going to start tomorrow. It was supposed to start today. It was supposed to start on Friday. Friday, it was supposed to start Thursday. Thursday, on Tuesday, he was like, actually, we're going to start on Friday. Friday comes along. He's like, oh, I can't get a hold of the guy. We're going to come on Monday. Sunday comes along, and I'm like, are y'all still coming tomorrow? Because I need to know if I'm going into work or not. And then he's like, well, I didn't say I was going to come on Monday. I said I would let you know. And actually, we're going to come on Tuesday now. Like, and then I just didn't respond because I'm not going back and forth with you. And so I reach out back out to Thumbtack because Thumbtack is constantly emailing me to say, okay, this is what he told us. What did he tell you? What has happened so far? And I'm like, yeah, the last update was this, but now he's saying this. And then they're like, okay, we just called him. He said he's coming Monday. And then he didn't tell me he was coming Monday at the time he told them he was coming Monday. So I only knew he changed it to Monday because of them. So I emailed him to say, hey, are y'all still planning to come today? Because I stayed home from work on Friday thinking he was going to come Friday just for him to not show up or email me back. So the sass was a little crazy. And I was like, I can't wait till this is all done so that I can write my reviews. Like, I'm ready to write my reviews. I'm ready to start looking for some money back. But I can't do any of this until it's done. Like, I need it to be done, and then I need to be like, all right, revenge time. Like, let me go help shut this business down real quick. He's already off of Thumbtack altogether because they probably got enough complaints to take him off of there. But he still got his fake Google page, and I'm about to start blasting him on his stock photos because I feel like that's also fraud. Why do you have fake photos saying our work? Yeah. So yeah, I'm making my list of what I'm about to call out on my 1-star review since you can't give zeros. And then we just gonna have a couple people post that because that's pretty much how he created his page. Because Remarcus went to go look at some of the reviews and he's like, wait a minute, this is like his daddy. And I'm like, because the names because when we were digging people's names up, then we went to the reviews and we're like, some of these are the same names from the people search. Anyways, that is the saga of this bathroom thing. But we no recommendation. I know you asked me before, like, and I kept trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but ain't no more benefit of the doubt. He was pissing me
Girl,
off
the
because he
benefit
also
of the
kept
doubt,
saying,
Venado.
no, I was trying my best not to just write this man off. But then he kept emailing me like, thank you for your patience, and that was making me mad because I'm not trying to be patient. Like, you just aren't following through on anything, and you're not communicating. And then when I'm like, hey, give me an update, you got sass. Don't be sassy with me now. Get the work done. And yeah, you don't have to run me back some money. But let's finish. I'm gonna let it finish. I'm gonna be cordial. I probably won't say anything. I'm just gonna be like, okay, 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 if they show up tomorrow. But yeah, bathroom update. If that's even an update. On Saturday, I'll have my real update when we meet in person.
That's crazy. But Hopefully that gets better.
Yeah. I just want a bathroom, a functional bathroom that won't cave
Right.
through to the second floor.
Right. Like, dang it, here
Yeah.
my inexperienced butt go and did a whole pantry before your bathroom was done by someone that
It's
is
supposed to be
qualified.
licensed, supposedly. That's the other, I'm gonna talk about that on the last. Once everything is done, I'm gonna talk about the last piece because I feel like he's not actually. I don't think he himself is a contractor.
We don't even know his real name.
We don't know his real name. I wanted. There's this podcast that is called "Till Lies Do Us Part," I think, and they just started, so they're on like episode 2, and I want to submit because they'll do a free background check. But they're trying to catch people like couples doing stuff. But I feel like this should qualify. Like this is a good story. Let me be on the
Absolutely.
episode.
Mm,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Let me be on the
yeah.
episode so that they can do a background check and get his all his background stuff.
And you
'Cause
can't
I don't
find his
know.
name,
Not his
Can't find
real
his
one.
real name.
but you were searching his stuff?
I found his. So what I thought I what I when I thought I found him, a random man knocks on my door after I did my search and used the name that I found. And so I was like, wait
Huh?
a minute. If you're the person, okay. So his I said I was gonna say that. Okay, anyways, it's supposed to come out next week, so hopefully all this stuff is
Next
good.
week.
And we
Okay,
can
next
we can
week.
crop it out, but let me save it. I'll save it. I'll save the background check
Yeah,
discussion for next week if everything is
yeah,
done.
because it's actually
It's
crazy.
deep. It's actually deep.
It's crazy.
Okay.
But let me get on to Lies Do Us Part. I'm about to submit an application. I did go on there to look at it, to look at the application. I was
You,
serious. I'm going to be on their podcast and I'll be like, and you could go listen to my story on We Grown and get us some
Ex-
followers.
That's what you gotta do.
mhm.
Sign us
Hopefully.
up.
Exactly. Because I don't know if they've been getting a lot of people, but if there's some shady stuff happening over there, mine is shady too. Let me get on here.
Willie.
Mm.
Well, um, Shady, I believe we have husband stories.
That's a crazy transition. uh, you got to start on that one, cuz why would you say shady for our husbands?
Oh, I don't got nothing.
So you just talking about me and Jess' husband, huh?
Y'all the one that said y'all had husband stories.
Let me.
My only one was John was leaving me when my bottles was falling.
Do you want to go or you want me to go first?
You can
Jess,
go first.
what'd you say?
I said you can go first.
Oh, okay. So my husband's story. I normally am the one to cook dinner and do all the stuff. But my husband came home early today. So I tell my daughter, go tell daddy that you and him should make spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. That's simple. And I go get my son, I go bathe my son because his skin was really irritated from allergies and being outside. So I'm going to give him a shower and all of that stuff. And I come back downstairs, food is ready, we eat. I then bathe my daughter because normally the person who cooks does either the cleanup or the bathing of the kids. Like we usually split those two things. You either clean up or you bathe the kids. Somehow tonight I did both. Like I bathed both kids and I cleaned up. And then I wiped everything down because I was like, well, if I'm cleaning up, let me clean up the way I want to clean up. So I wipe all the tables down, the counters down, the stove, like everything. And then I go to start sweeping, like vacuuming the floor with the little shark. And I'm walking to go get this shark and I step on something. Why is there a chicken bone? Like, no, not a chicken bone, a whole piece of chicken. A whole piece of chicken under the carpet. And I'm like, my husband has been cleaning, quote unquote, cleaning the kitchen for, because he always does it. I usually do the kids, he does the kitchen because I cook. And I'm like, when was the last time we had chicken? I don't remember having no fried chicken. I don't even make fried chicken. So that means we would have had to buy the fried chicken. And when was the last time we bought fried chicken? So I pick up the chicken, I throw it away, and I go upstairs and I'm like, how do you clean? How
Not
do you
how do you
clean?
clean?
Because I'm not understanding how you clean. and ain't seen this piece of chicken. This is my first day cleaning the kitchen. And just walking to go get the vacuum, I step on the chicken. So I don't understand how you stepping over this chicken every day because do you not clean the floor? He's like, well, I don't really move the mats. You don't move the mats, but I didn't have to move the mat to see the lump under the mat. Like it's a piece of chicken. It wasn't even eaten. The chicken was intact under the mat. And he's like, well, what mat are you talking about? I'm like, the mat on the way to get the vacuum. Like, you have to pass this mat in order to get to the vacuum. He's like, well, I don't know. I don't know. He was like, and when did we have chicken? I said, the point of the story. The point of the story is when did we have chicken? And you've been cleaning and ain't seen this piece of chicken under here. So that's why at the beginning the vacuum was going because I was like, I'm done. Like I need you to clean the floor because this is this is your territory at this point. You need to clean this floor and vacuum it and mop it afterwards because no, I'm not doing it. I already cleaned everything else. Like, please vacuum. And I was late to get on here with y'all because I had to go talk about the chicken. I had to go address the issue because why the heck is there chicken under this? Who knows how long that chicken been there?
It's
But
the
yeah,
fact that it's a whole piece.
bruh, a whole piece of chicken. I'm guessing it was Hezekiah because he usually sits in that seat that's closer to that mat. So I'm like, it got to be him. But when would he have dropped it? And how did it get under the mat?
Was this still
Like
fried and all?
I don't even know. It was like I could tell it was fried chicken. That's all I got. And sometimes like because my kids will also eat the skin off of it, so the whole thing wasn't covered in the breading, but you could tell like oh, you could tell it was fried chicken. But yeah, I I don't have no words. I was like, you got to start paying attention. Well, I don't even notice stuff like that. You need to notice stuff like that.
I feel like we've talked about that where I'm just like, I feel like our husbands notice things different.
Yeah, because if I leave my socks on the floor, you got an issue. But you don't see no piece of chicken under the mat? Like, that's crazy. I get my socks when I get my socks.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like I've said it before, but I don't know if I've said it as concisely where I'm just like, you have such an eye for detail, but not, in my opinion, sometimes for the right things. How I notice this, but you don't notice this. It's different. It's different. It's very different. But my husband's story, so like going back to Tennessee, so like before we left, like, I was just feeling, I don't know, maybe a little burned out because we don't really get time together without our daughter. Like she wakes up with us, she goes to sleep with us, like she just does not sleep by herself, does not nap long enough for us to like get time together. So it's just like from sunup to sundown to the time you close your eyes, she is just there. While I love it, it's also a lot. Like, you still need time to yourself, to each
Mhm.
other, to like have that balance. So I was feeling some kind of way about like there's just no break. And so the hope was that, we go on this trip and we kind of get a break, or at least I get a break, because she also is very clingy with me, which I mean makes sense because she's breastfed for the most part. We do bottles here and there, but like I don't know, I think there's just a level of clinginess that comes with being a breastfed baby. So, um, what else? This girl was still clingy, and she didn't want nobody else but me for the most part.
Yeah.
But he was trying to field a lot of it by like taking her, packing her bag, washing stuff, all of that. And so at one point the first time we were going to go to the pool, he was like, okay, I'll get her ready and I'll pack the bag and da da da. I'm like, okay, okay. And so he does all that. I'm like, why are you wearing your chain? Like, don't wear your chain to the pool. And so he's like, oh, okay, so I'll take it off. So he takes it off and we go to the pool and we come back and he's like, I can't find my chain. And like, I think it was like 2, 3 days we were there and he couldn't find it. And it was to the point where he's like, I think it might have fell down the sink. We might need to take the sink apart to like see if it's in the sink. Mind you, we don't own this place. We renting this place.
You don't want
Sink is
that
gonna
joint in
take
that sink after it been in there.
that part. And so I'm like, let me look. Let me look for it. And something like I remember praying about it because anytime I lose something, I always pray like God, just show me where it is, like illuminate the path to where it is, like just show me, show me, show me. And so like I didn't find it the first 2 days, and then I just felt like an inkling, like check his pockets, check his swim trunk pockets. Sure enough, in his swim trunk pockets,
I
and
was
he's
gonna
like,
say I knew exactly where it was.
mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't even remember putting it in there. I don't. I'm like, and this is what I be talking about. How you were so overwhelmed to the point that you didn't remember putting it in your pocket. This is what I deal with. When I say that I'm overwhelmed, that's what it looks like. It looks like me forgetting small things because I'm trying to think and remember to do everything else. And that's what I be meaning when I say, like, I need more help. Like, I wouldn't forget small things like this if I'm not feeling like I'm overwhelmed with having to, pack a bag, make sure she's dressed, make sure she has extra this, and then pack my own bag and make sure I'm dressed and make sure I have extras of whatever I need. Like, it's a lot of mental load. And so I think he understands better now, like with the example. Because I don't feel like I have to ask as often or as much anymore after the trip. So I think he kind of gets it. But yeah, I was just like, for a person that really does not forget a lot, like, I think that was very glaringly obvious to him because he rarely forgets stuff, rarely misplaces stuff. And even his mom was commenting on it. Like, he does not misplace stuff, he does not lose stuff. Like, that's just not him. Like, even since he's a kid, he always knew where his stuff was. So I'm like, yeah, well, welcome to being me in my life and an overwhelmed parent. Yeah. But it was still a good trip. I had fun. I'm glad we got to take her out. We got to see a new city. I would like to go back. I think it'd be fun going back and doing more stuff, especially as they get older. I think if they're older, I think there's even more stuff for them to do. But maybe take my mama since
Yeah.
my daughter, we have discovered that the hierarchy is me, her dad, and then my mom, and nobody else.
That's right now.
For now, yeah.
It
But
I would like to say it gets better. I mean, well,
Maybe.
Kendall is very anti everybody, but she goes to people sometimes now.
sometimes
Occasionally,
now. She went to
occasionally.
Cameron, like he stayed an extra week with us, and literally hours, a couple hours before he had to go to bed before he left, she started going to him. That's after he stayed a whole extra week. She still was like, not you, boy.
Yeah. You just got to get used to people.
Yeah. And I'd be trying to let her do that when we visit other people, like get to know them, play with them, talk to them. But I also don't want her to feel like I'm not respecting her boundaries either, if that makes sense. Like, like I don't want to force her into having to adapt to other people either, if that makes sense.
I mean, she's a baby, so a lot of her development is going to be what you put, like,
Make
place
it.
on her. Yeah. So if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are always like, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Oh, you only want me? I'll take you. Like, then that's what she's going to always do. Like
yeah,
if you
that's
don't just
fair.
be like,
Yeah.
you'll be okay. I'm around. Like I didn't like as long as you're checking in. Like I know Hezzy was kind of clingy, but he wasn't. I didn't think he was that clingy. I don't really remember. I don't remember.
He
But
was.
well, but I feel like he still went to people though. Like he still would
He
go to
did not go
people.
to me.
Well, that was you and his problem. I don't know what beef y'all had, but he went to people because you used to be like, "How you go to him and not me? How you go to so and so?" Like he still would go around the room. Like he would do his little rounds, and then he'd be like, "All right, yeah, give me back to my mama." But it was usually when he needed something more, like was just over it. But I still was like, "I'm gonna disappear, and then I come back. I'm gonna disappear." He figured it out. And now he the
Yeah,
kid that's hugging randos. So like
randos.
it is randos. Like everywhere I go, they be like, "You're so sweet." Like random teachers at school talking about, that's my buddy, right? I'm like, you are not his teacher. I don't understand. It's like he gives me so many hugs. I don't know if I approve, but okay. But he loves people now. He was very anti, but I never like. I don't think I didn't hold him that tight. Like I let him go and be with other people.
I feel like that's what I'm doing. Like I let, well, now she's vaccinated and everything. Like if you want to hold her, go ahead, hold her. Like I'll stay near because of the crying. I try not to take her and try to let her get adjusted, but I get that other people get uncomfortable when she cries, so they just be like, "Here you go." I'm just like, I kind of let her cry it out for a little bit, just a little bit, just to get adjusted, just for her to know, like, it's okay. I'm still here. You can adjust. You'll be fine. And sometimes she's okay. Like, she usually is okay if I'm still there or if I'm close by. But if you just hand her back to me, she's gonna be like, all right, well, that's all I gotta do. So
Yeah,
I think it
it's
just depends on
probably,
the
I
people
feel like
too.
maybe not even letting people hold her, but just playing, like everybody played together. We all sit on the
Yeah,
floor and she just sits or,
yeah.
be instead of being held because she might not like people touching her. I don't like people touching me either. So,
I'm discovering I don't think she really likes it. Like she she don't really like getting kissed. Like she don't like us kissing her cheek or her forehead. Like unless she wants it. If she wants it, then she'll like throw her forehead at you. But if you go in for it, she'll be like,
yeah, she just might not be
she not
a
really a touch,
physical touch person.
which is crazy because she always want to be in my skin. That's the part I don't
But you're
understand. Like, how
her
does that work?
comfort zone, like you're her safe space. But if you
So
are
why can't I
like
kiss her?
you asking for a lot. You asking for too much. Like I used to be up under my mom like that too, but don't do too much. Like yes, I want to lay on the couch and be like in your skin, but you don't have to be though. Like we could just lay here and I can be where I want to be.
She's like, I want to do what I want to do, but don't do too much.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I understand that.
but you're here.
Like, I know when I'm dealing with Vivi, I don't try to hold her like that. Like if we're like playing, like, oh, we could play and we could sing, and I'll like mess with her like that. And normally she's okay because you're still right there, and I'm not touching her. Like just don't touch the girl. And my kids will be wanting to touch her, and I'm like, she was fine. Let her just be. Let her sit. Let her play. But I think I get her because I don't like I want to be in people's presence, but I don't want you to touch me. I want to be nosy and see what's going on, but you don't gotta touch me to do it. Like let's just be. Let's just hang out.
hmm You just want to know where people at and what you're doing at all times,
Yeah.
but don't be hugging up on her and, and kissing on her. She just be like, no.
So that would be that's yeah, it's tough. It's a tough balance. I mean, that was really the only reason like I did like with the slide and stuff or the playground where it's like, all right, you can do this. Like trying to put her in that kind of slightly uncomfortable position. Like I wasn't right
Yeah,
behind her, like,
yeah.
but yeah, it's tough. It's
I'm the
tricky.
opposite. I think I was right by well, not with Joyous. Joyous kind of was just good at stuff, so I didn't have to be right behind her. But Hezzy was very clumsy, and I would
Yeah,
be like, like, please
yeah.
don't bust your head. As he hurt himself enough as a baby for me to be like, nah, let me show you first, and then you do
Mhm.
it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where like Kendall's in daycare right now. It's I feel like she's in a tricky spot because all the kids that she was in the class with went to a different class. So now Kendall's the oldest in the class, and I'm like, I don't like that because I was like,
Mm.
who's she following now? Now all the other baby, like the one baby, he got up. Well, he's like a baby, but he's 8 months and he's 9 months and he's walking. So now he's like following Kendall. And Kendall like, get this baby away from me. Like, stop it. Like, why are you close to me? But then it's like when now she's the leader. So then she goes somewhere and then he's like, huh, huh. And then she's just like, get away. So I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's like I
She's
want the
gonna
other
be the
babies.
oldest though, because of her
Yeah.
birthday. She's gonna end
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
being
I
one
mean,
of
but
the
it's
older kids.
daycare. It's not like
But that's gonna be
it's
her life.
daycare. Yeah. I just want other bigger kids so she can like learn, like, okay, she could see how they're going up these stairs because then nobody was there, so that she was like, eh, wee,
Yeah.
I got it. She did not, in fact, have it. Y'all got anything else?
Did y'all end up scheduling rest? And I know
Did
Sean,
not
you were
do a great
saying
job with it.
Sean, you said something about trying to get John to schedule rest as well.
Yeah, he's been resting.
Okay.
I would like to say he's been resting. Um, and Kendall has like started to like me again. Let me not say that. She like goes to me now again, so then that is helpful for him, so that because now he has like freedom as well. Because she's just before she's just like, no, I must hold you, and then now
Hmm.
she's like, all right, I can go to you. So that has been helpful.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like I took a. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I mean just from the story she said earlier, it sounded like you haven't
She not
incorporated
resting.
it yet.
Yeah,
Are you talking about me or
listing out all the
just?
things.
Oh,
You,
me.
You.
Yeah, I have not. I need to. I need to.
Yeah, I feel like on the day that I said that I was like, oh, I did my mental health Friday, I still end up working like half that day. So I'm gonna try again this, not this month, next month. I'm gonna try like another day, make sure I cancel everything, do not schedule over it, and stick to not working.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
baby steps. So I feel like you always got to start like, I'm gonna start with 30 minutes and then kind of work your way
yeah,
up, especially when it's
yeah.
something that's kind of foreign to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the ninth, I'll be off, but the kids are off too. So, but I'm thinking that we'll just have a lazy day and be in the bed all day and see if they'll do that with me. We'll see.
Good luck.
Mhm.
They
Good
might. They
luck.
might.
They might play in their own rooms if they really want to be active.
Yeah. If I let them like eat and sleep and do all the stuff in my bed, I feel like they would love that.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love that.
Yeah. So that
Mm,
might be how we have to play it. Just maybe order food, have a little picnic in the room, and just stay in bed all day till their daddy get home.
that'd be good. I think that's a good plan. Active rest in a way, or
Yeah.
modified rest.
Yeah.
Some rest, some kind of
Hmm.
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, all right, y'all. I think
Yeah, I
it's that
think that's
time.
that.
So thanks for tuning in to another episode of We Grown? Question mark. Um, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Uh, yeah, do all that stuff that we love for you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta
Um,
remember to say that at the top. I keep forgetting. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't. I feel like I'm the only one when I host that don't say it
Oh yeah.
because
maybe that's it.
y'all be
Hmm.
throwing it in there. I'll get better at it.
Hmm.
What is that? Who's smoking?
Goodbye. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.
See y'all. Love
Bye.
y'all.